Hi, I'm Jim.
And I'm David.
And this is the Practical Guitarist Podcast.
The podcast for people who eat, sleep, and breathe guitar. Five, 4, 3, 2. Middle finger for what the fuck?
Go. Hi, David.
I'm going. Hang on. Hi, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Jim. This is a special
This is a special recording. This episode is called
Yes, it is.
WTF, and it's a short recording. And there's a very special thing that's happened. We just finished up the last episode, and not the last episode of the show, but the most recent episode in our history. And
Yep.
Jim gets a Facebook notification for a very special instrument
Guitar.
that has come via Facebook Messenger to us all.
Yep.
And oh my god.
This thing is just awful.
All right, so it's a Parts Telecaster, right?
Yes.
And
I think that's what he wants us to believe.
it's a yeah. This is from some other I don't even know.
Another planet.
So
It's an alternate universe.
It's a rosewood neck with clay dots. It has a white pick guard. Looks like a 3-ply standard tele controls, so like volume, tone, 3-way selector. The pickups look interesting. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they're probably like Seymour Duncan quarter pounders or something. And then the body is I think it's pine, but it's been finished to look like redwood. It reminds me of the Redwood Telecasters. The hardware is nickel chrome. The fun part about this guitar is that let's count them. There are three separate bending devices attached to this guitar.
3 of them, not one. And that you can't bend all 6 strings. That's what's amazing about this guitar.
Yeah. They might as well just put a trem on here.
You can only bend one at a time.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put a trem on here. They got a Bigsby, and then back behind that, there's a.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Here's where it gets fun. Here's where it gets fun, right? So they got this guitar, right, and it's got 3 bending devices, which they're it looks to be the hip shot stuff, right?
Yep.
It's got a B bender.
Yep.
It has a G bender. And then get this, and it's like they just chose this string because it was the only one that would fit. They have an E bender, a low E bender.
I'm still trying to figure this out. And so it was played by this guy named Anthony Rosano, which I'm pretty much guessing.
Oh, similar to the one played by Anthony Rosano.
Right, because he's local. I would imagine he's local to me because the guitar is local here. He's Newport News. And Anthony Rosano is this guitar player he's got an acoustic trio and he plays at Froggies and stuff like that. There's some aside stuff I got to tell you about his drummer. Good Lord. Anyway, and it was built by a guy named Michael Reese.
I don't care who built this thing. They're a fucking mad. They're a mad scientist.
Because you've got a B bender, you've got a G bender, and you've got what looks like either an E bender or an E drop type thing. And you guys have got to check out the podcast. I'll put it in the podcast group, and David will stick it in the podcast notes.
Yeah, this is definitely going in the show notes too.
Because
I'm flabbergasted. We haven't even we're just scratching the surface here. I mean, the bender thing is one thing, and that's perplexing enough in and of itself. But then if you look closely and you watch the string path, okay? So this has got a string through body on it, right? And so only 3 strings are going through the string through body. So what the fuck's the point of that? But then there's more. Wait, there's more. Look at the string path.
There's more.
So if you're following along at home at this point, because we've just said that this is in the show notes or in the group, look at the string path on this thing. What in the hell is this thing? I mean, honestly, it's got to be like a 30 or between a 20 and a 30-degree angle where the string is actually like going up from the B bender or G bender or E bender. Oh God, I can't believe I just had to say all three. And then like coming across the post at a weird angle because they mounted the benders wrong. Okay, they're not even with the string pad. Which and it has the bent or the round steel or the round brass saddles, and so that it's like rubbing against the saddle in a funny way, and it just leads you to all sorts of nightmares about like broken strings. And if you look, the way that the spring and the screw that actually attaches the bridge saddle to the bridge, you can see that it's at an angle because the strings are not following the path properly. No. So this guitar is a mess, and so that's just looking at the close up of the control plate, the bridge, the benders, right? So as we go through these pictures, if you look at the full body picture and you look at the neck and you follow the alignment of the low E string along the neck, you can see that the neck is clearly not properly aligned to the body. That pocket is slightly off, or it was screwed together in such a way, and the holes were drilled in such a way that the neck is actually like pointing down toward the headstock is pointing a little bit more towards the floor, maybe a half a millimeter or something. But it's enough to cause you to have problems on your high E string when you get up to the to the 21st fret. This thing is just.
I'm wondering if this guy. What's another amazing thing is this guy thinks that he's going to get $800 for this thing, and I'm wondering, is he expecting to get to play on some of this guy's supposed celebrity?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right, no parts guitar. All right, no, I'll give him this. If we take that bridge apart, we could probably make. If we bought this thing for $800, and I feel like I'm doing an episode of 60 Cycle, which I'm. but if we bought this thing for like $800, we could part it out and we could get every bit of that $800 back, probably a few $100 more, because those benders are about $200 a piece. So used, you could probably sell them for $125 or $130, and then the pickups, who knows what they are? That's all dependent. The body's probably worth something. If you could fix the neck and whatever's going on there, and that might be a photo thing, but it sure looks to me like that neck is drooping, like it doesn't fit the pocket properly. I don't know, but the fact that this is a string through body, where they pull the string over the saddles direct to the benders. And they're like the benders are slightly down on the guitar where they're not supposed to be. And then the funny part about it is none of these benders operate the way you would expect them to, which is with the arm that goes through the guitar and on the pin, where you pull down on the pin and then it changes tuning. It doesn't look like that to me. So the G bender is operating on a bar that you press.
Yep.
The B bender, you might have been right on that, Jim, when you said that the B bender.
Looks like it's controlled by pulling. It's got a weird way of putting the strap on it by the looks of things. I mean,
that end pin. So it has been controlled by that end pin. And the way I've seen, because I've seen B and G before, usually the front end pin controls one, and then the back end pin controls another.
Right.
But this is a monstrosity. That's all there is to it. I've never seen anything like this. This is outstanding. I've been a follower of 60 Cycle Hum for a long time, and I've seen some shit. I've seen some shit, man. Like they had some stuff. They had a guitar on there one time that was Velcroed. It was a double neck with Velcro holding both necks together. So it was like two acoustic guitars in the same body with a flat piece of wood in between, Velcroed together. I mean. This is unbelievable. I can't. I've said my piece. I can't.
Yep. Well, for those of you who are interested, I posted it into the group. I've reached out, by the way, to the owner. While we were talking, I've reached out to the ex-owner, or at least the player, and the builder to see if I can find out what the hell was going on with this. I'm definitely going to ask him about this. just so I can find out, okay, what's going on.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm screenshotting it right now before we end the episode, just so I can make sure that we have these screenshots for posterity, because I could totally see this thing like blowing up in the guy's face and him taking it down, and us not having it for our show notes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. And with that,
we have been the Practical Guitarists again.
Have a great night.
Yep.